So a couple of bits and pieces updates that we're working on just now. In here, we're going to buy off the internet, which I think is going to be the easiest, certainly the cheapest option, stainless steel triangular bathroom unit that has a mirrored front door, and it's 900 and it comes out about 130, 140. So if you look inside here, what we've come up with is this bit made up of masking tape is the 900 from the roof down, and that's the exact size, this area here of the unit and how far it comes out in relation to the toilet. So what we're going to do, I'm going to buy two. I'm going to put one on this side as a mirror image for the mirror, putting bathroom stuff in there, and then on this side I'm going to send the actual unit away, or at least the front, take the door off and have it made up in stainless steel. And then we're going to put the shower valve mounted here with the outlet there, with the shower hose coming up to the shower head with a sliding rail kit on this. So there won't be obviously any shelves or anything behind this one. This will be solid, but it'll be exact same construction and look as the other side. So that will still leave room for plenty of room for using the toilet. We'll then have storage in the bathroom, we'll have a mirror in the bathroom, and we'll have a complete sliding shower area. We measured the tambour door, and that's just as we said we were going to do. It's what we're going to do. The teak flooring, there's going to be a runner screwed onto the teak flooring with brass screws. It's going to return along the front of the toilet here, and we'll have exactly the same along the roof here. The tambour door in the design has got a nice shiny looking front, and then the back with a couple of it almost looks like masking tape to hold it together, just in its design. That's what it is. So what we'll do is I'll measure it so the door finishes about here, and the finished look is actually here. So most positions it would be across the door here, obviously, nice finished out the way. And when we come in to use the bathroom, the shower or the toilet, it will be the bad side facing out the way. So in other words, you'll have the straps and whatever else here. That won't look very nice. But on the same token, for the amount of time that someone's going to be using the toilet or the shower, it's going to be considerably less than this space getting used as part of the pod. So we've made the decision that the door will open, it will come through, and it will here. So the only thing I need to find out about this is, they say they have flexi tracks. I don't know what that means, but it'd be nice if I could fit it along the bottom, come out round the toilet and back in. That would be a nice touch, because that would give us not more room, it would just look a bit nicer than having a black thing right across the middle of my teak shower tray, which is kind of freaking me out at the moment. That's the decision's made in here, and that's what we're going to be going with. That's getting ordered, and that's that. And then lumps out and get that out and back it.
I am filming.
Filled it. As there's no plates and all in it yet.
Oh,
Excuse me.
I have looked them all out.
Push it in first. Caps on the there's quite a lot of palaver goes with it.
Yes.
Since I've been an apprentice, I've had a bevel stuck in my toolbox, and I think I've ever used it once.
Like, no need just
Quite like the idea of that magnetic bit there. Saves it all, plugging things up with my knees and screws in my mouth. I'm going to get myself one of them. Once I finish this, I'll not be doing any DIY for the rest of my life.
that wee thing there.
It takes it
Right
right
side,
out.
and that just slides right out.
That is really good. See, Jim was saying it comes right to the there, so you can pack things in the back, you know, so you put some foam or boxes or things like we'll probably have to, we can get them right to the very back instead of jamming stuff. So it's,
I think the bars in the front zone, you know, look, this that panel goes on the front here.
Yes.
But I think this is going to be a bit is it what, a box or something, did you say?
well, we're going to put a wee
What did
drawer.
you say?
There was a drawer in there if we
Drawer.
could. Aye, well, I didn't know if we could, but because there's a space in here, this here, there's going to be a couple of sockets right there, and then obviously the door. So there's like a, but I thought there could have been a wee, because there's that like that whole thing here sort of runs right along it. I didn't know if we could have made a wee cutlery drawer just to throw, or sharp knife drawer or something, throw things in there, just because it was a space, you know.
So what kind of size?
Well, it's going to just be so it fits in with that sink, really.
Oh, of course, right up the side of the
Aye, so whatever side that thing goes into there, so just whatever we've got left.
and this pile, it needs to be done as plastic thing.
Aye, just on top of that.
What do you think? 120 or something?
As long as we put the washing machine out, it couldn't really get, to be
There's
honest.
2 sockets in there,
Or what?
and that's going to go to this socket, this here.
Aye, yeah, I'll get ripped on. Obviously didn't know where it was going, so I didn't really know. But I don't know, is there any line that we can pick up for there that we can take
Well,
on?
no, well,
No,
see,
really?
this one's up here.
Yep.
And I thought, well, and it's going to,
I don't know.
this has all been moved on since then.
Oh.
You've got a different line anyway, so
Huh.
you're going to just
Go on, mate. Yeah, that's what it is. That's why it's bespoke. It's like an Etsy kitchen. None of these IKEA carries on here.
fits where it touches.
Exactly. Right. Exactly. This is man-made.
This door's got different hinges.
Aye.
Because these ones stick out too far.
Yep. It's not the kind of thing that's going to be open that much.
It's just
I think my crap's in there. I just threw that. Over there.
George? Still not got it right. Must be. No, it must be that way. It must be. Yes. No. Wait a minute, who's again me? That's not the right thing. Is it a haver? What's the matter? Oh no, here we go, here we go.
Guys, isn't that bad after all?
Stop. That way, that way. That's it. So that goes on the side. And then that's on the door.
Nice.
Of course.
The door's over the edge.
Yes.
Through me with that. Go into the hole.
And if we took that washing machine out of there and just cut a wee check out the bit width, double thick, so we could just screw right through. But that's like that plumber machine thing. Oh, shot! See that? That was straight to the hip. He's just kicked.
I'll take them back. I drew it on the paper. The boy says, that's what you want. And I went, alright, right enough, silly me for drawing it the way I did, but no, the way I drew it was right enough, because it did crank round. It went round the edge of the door, and that, isn't it? So,
I still didn't understand it. Even looking
no,
at
the ball needs to be there.
Ah.
No, here, you see, it needs to be there, so that the door's opening past that.
No.
That's not working.
I need something that comes out a bit.
It needs to be out there. Hey. Needs to be a cranked hinge. Both flaps to be cranked.
Push it out.
To push it
I've brought up the ducts from downstairs under here that we've discussed many times. You can see the brown one is the heating and the white one is the air conditioning. They're not completely finished, they're routed to where they need to be, but obviously this drawer unit like that is going in here. So I'll wait till that's all in and finished before I clip it all up and tidy it up. But in here I need to move on, so you can see I've got the air conditioning duct and the heating duct that I'm just going to go and bore just now and fit them. There you see, look at it, I'm going for it now. This is carpentry. This side. That. Raise it up like that. What is going to be, see? Simply. Getting these, not the ducts there, but getting some kind of connection even onto them. Because that's solid, you see, because that's what the cell. A duct as such. The joiner's been working away, as you'll see inside, and I've been trying to just stay out his way but do what I can on the peripherals on the outside. So what I've managed to do is I've fitted the duct work, and as you remember I said before that the brown duct work was the heating and the white duct work was the air conditioning. So this is the air conditioning unit here, and I think you remember a good while ago I made up a metal base for it to sit on, and it had 100mm ducts in that to go through the floor. So we bonded that into the floor, so I had a vent underneath with a mesh, so no insects can get up, and not only that, nothing can filter its way through to the insulation. The insulation's waterproof anyway, but it's better to be safe than sorry. So that's that there. We have the filter to clean there. This is a socket, a double socket here that I'm going to move, but the filter is easily accessible here, and then we'll have our duct work that you see coming through into the main habitation pod just there. That's why they're all terminated there. They've all to be clipped on yet, but you can see that's the inside drawer unit at the back. That's been fitted by the joiner, and some of the little frame bonded onto the floor. That'll get a nice cover at some point, but not just now. So we're going to have a look inside. So now we're inside. That's where the ducts are on the other side. So there'll be an aircon duct, a heating duct, and then there'll be a fresh air duct, because we still need to have to pull air into these units on both sides. Exactly the same as what will be here: aircon, heating, and then fresh air on this side. And then that was the unit that you've seen. So we've got a nice big drawer here, talking about drawers, you can see we've got this cabinet made up as well. So there's going to be obviously drawers right through here. We're going to have drawers here. You've seen the drawer here, and then this is just going to be an openable cupboard. The drawers themselves open right out. The idea of that was if we are going to make some kind of foam or rubber or whatever inset in here and set things into, you can't do that if your drawer stops here like your normal kitchen drawers. So these come right out to let us drop things in, and then we can shut that up. We'll have a little drawer in here, a very little drawer. It's not even going to have runners on it, because time to put the runners on it, the drawer will only be that size. So it's going to get made up here, but it will go back quite far. So we're kind of hoping that's going to be a nice little cutlery drawer or a knife drawer to keep things out the way. And then it's obviously going to get its bamboo frontage. Some of the bamboo is already on. Obviously it's all getting angled horizontally like that. The cupboards just now, we've decided to go with putting a lock here and a lock here, so we can lift up, once it's got a stay on it, 2 cupboards at a time. We're putting them in the middle just in case we don't like it and we want to cut through the middle and have individual ones. But we thought it'd be a good saving as far as vibrations and things like that, to only have 2 brackets as opposed to the individual ones. So we'll see how that goes. But we're really happy with the ply itself. We're happy with the colour and the look of it. It is really nice. The one thing I will say about bamboo, it's incredibly hard. Jim the joiner saying you basically bore a hole for the marine catches, locks, and you pretty much knock it into place with like the little furl on the back. But we can't knock this in at all. The wood's so hard that we're going to have to get some kind of press to actually press them in. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully that'll end up being okay. But that's what that's looking. We're happy with that. It looks nice with the floor. And then we've done a little shelf in the bathroom. So that's the cabinet that we purchased there, and it's just been bonded on to the wall really. And it's a mirror cabinet, it's held by magnets, and it opens up, and we liked it because this one's obviously got lips, so if you put things in there and then shut it, it's still going to be there when we come back. So what we did, as we mentioned before, is I've taken one exactly the same as this. That's going to go there. You can see my dummy up in masking tape to see how that's going to work for sitting down using the toilet. So that's all going to work okay. So what we've done is we've taken the mirror off, we've taken it to the local fabricators, and he's going to put a bit mirrored stainless steel on its place, but he's going to cut the holes for the shower. So the shower is in turn going to fit inside that unit, take the shelves out, and it's going to fit in that unit, and it's going to come here. So it's not going to be obviously an openable unit, but you're going to have the shower head here with its outlet, with its hose sort of coming like that back up to the slide and rail kit. So it'll look kind of like that when it's finished, giving plenty of room to use the toilet. That gives us a mirror, the shower, the toilet in this area, and then when the door comes over to here, that blanks it all off. So this is the leg that I designed and got fabricated down at the local fabricators. I've sent the bottom piece away because we're going to have redesigned that so that we can get more screw holes into it for a stronger fixing. But the majority of the weight is going to be held because this is going to be all sitting on the floor. So the idea is that this sits right in the corner. We're going to cut a bit out of this little leg here, and this sits right in that corner. But you can see quite simply how it's going to work. The table itself, which is going to be the same bamboo as this, and it's going to be cut to the exact shape of this hole here, is going to sit on top here, so it will come to here. And then at such times as we can move it out the way, So what we can do then is we can turn it to the back here with the table turned like that, and we just lock it off here and at the bottom. And what that will do is at that, pretty much that exact height, that will give us a table that will take up this space here. So it leaves this walkway clear because it will be locked into that place, so we can come back and forward. And not only that, it gives us a bit of a decent working area. We can work at the kitchen doing things, but if you're making things and preparing things, you can put it on this table as well. Of course it can be here and you can use it, or it can be here, but that gives you a little bit more options. And then what will happen, quite simply, is you take this piece off with the table attached, and this will pull out and come away. And at night time, we'll pretend that table's over there, but at night time, this will then go on the floor, and we have these brackets. Now, we discussed this bracket in the last video. These are 200 kilogram brackets, and we're going to fit these here, like that, hard up there, and when they're open, sorry, they're like that. And that's what we were going to put the piece of white lightweight ply on to here. So we just needed to grab that, pull this side up, grab that, pull this side up, and that would be the bed. But we've decided against that for a couple of reasons. So what I've got now is we are just going to have these, you press the button and it folds down, so that is going to sit there like that, and there'll be another one. So when you want to make the bed up, you quite simply just pull this up like that, take the table off, put the leg down, there'll be one here, one here, one here, and one there. They'll get bolted through with an aluminium bonded pad at the back. The table itself will then just come down like that and rest on top of those black brackets. And as you've seen there, the thickness of the table matches exactly the thickness of this. So it'll just come straight down. Looking at it an hour ago, what we'll probably do as well is get the fabricator to make up another bit tube, slightly bigger than this one, with a base plate, maybe even the same size as this, and carpet the back of it. So we're going to put the table down, we just drop that little base plate down, remember this one will be attached to it, and we just drop the table on top of it. So you have a support here, here, here and here, and you have a support right in the middle of the actual table itself. So that if we are crawling back and forward even of an evening, over the top of the bed and through, you know, you're not going to cause any problems being right on the edge of these things, because even though they're 200 kilograms, you know, the more the merrier, that's all there is to it. So what I want to try and achieve tomorrow, the joiner's got another little job on tomorrow, so he won't be here. So I will try and finish the bed ducts. So that's all the duct work finished. That will be hidden. So here you can see I've managed to get the air conditioning and the heating ducts already in. And I still have the heating duct and the air conditioning duct to bring through on that one. Then that's then connected right through to both trooper units. Also, I fitted the tap. When I say fitted the tap, I bored the tap and screwed it into the worktop. It's not fitted. So that's how the tap obviously works. Cold, hot, off, and the tap will sit like that. And you can obviously pull that off if you want to fill big pots and buckets for outside, whatever. So that's the tap. But what I'd like to do as well tomorrow is take the washing machine out completely, and then I've got to readjust the waste somehow to make it further back, because the washing machine isn't getting back far enough. So I've got to redo the waste try to get the plumbing done, and if I can do the sink and the tap and the washing machine plumbing tomorrow or over the weekend, I'd be absolutely over the moon, because that will then let me refill. Remember, we've already filled the water tank and we've pressurised the entire system, but that would now let me fill the water tank again and then start running things like the sink, the washing machine, the toilet, fill the Truma unit, and then we can start giving everything a really good test and make sure everything's